SSFL Premiership Division.
Over 120 years ago, the first stone was laid at this amazing structure located along the Queen's Park Savannah. This is Queen's Royal College. After a crushing 7-1 defeat served by Fatima College, Coach Kenwin Jones and his team step into today's fixture, hoping to regain their honor against East Mucurapo. With just 1 point over QRC, the boys from Mucurapo Road, well, they've struggled this season, having let in an average of 3 goals per match. Today, they must do better. This is match day 10 in the SSFL Premiership Division, and on a blistering hot day in the city of Port of Spain, these young men of QRC defended home to East Mucurapo Secondary for 3 very crucial points.
Welcome to SSFL Premiership.
Well, I did say it was blistering hot. Look at that, 33 degrees Celsius. That's what the thermometer says. It feels like 60. But who's asking? 5-kilometer wind, 64% humidity. And we certainly hope this match is as hot as the weather gives us. Hello, everybody. My name is James Saunders. I'm joined by Colin Murray and a former national team and QRC captain Radanfa Abubakar as we get set to break down all of the action. Well, today, more action is happening in Jamaica. ISA schoolboy football action and the Cartonet College versus Mayday High. That game is already in play. Don't forget to download our app to check it out. And Manchester High versus Bel Air High. And that begins at 3:30 p.m., 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Well, certainly we're happy and ready to bring all of the action to you. But before we go forward, let's look back at round 9 and some of the big results. And I'm going to start with Colin Murray. What jumps out to you there in those graphics?
Well, of course, Naparima, big victory on Fatima College against Queen's Royal College. A huge victory for Fatima. Really not expected that kind of scoreline.
Yeah, I'm going to flip the script and run Danfa. There's something that stands out for you.
Yeah, definitely St. Benedict's with their 3-0 win. That took them 3 places up to 4th.
Well, speaking of 4th, it's interesting you mentioned that. Let's look at the standings, see where everybody line up. And St. Benedict's College, well, just like water vapor, they've risen on the standings.
Yeah, that's amazing. And they beat a presentation team who was doing very well, not letting in any goals. And all of a sudden, St. Benedict's hit 3 past them and they've leapfrogged over a presentation. That is a team you've got to be wary of now going forward.
Yeah, now we look at the bottom and I know your heart might be somewhere in there, Redan, for QRC.
Yeah, they'll be looking over their shoulders nervously with the 3 relegation spots. Both teams 11th and 12th, they had almost identical records throughout the season. After a very promising start, they had 2 wins in their first 3 games, both teams, and then thereafter 1 win in the last 6.
Yeah, forward ever, backward never. Let's look to the present and see what's happening today. And some big results standing out. Have a look.
Yeah, well, of course, that presentation, Trinity College East, big game, and San Juan North Naparima.
Well, there you go. The table has been set. Lots of delicious items to pick and choose from. But the one that we're going to choose, East Mucurapo against, QRC. I'm going to start with Radan for welcome to our broadcast, by the way. Former captain, I know your heart is in QRC, but how do you view this match today against East Mucurapo?
Nothing much between the 2 teams. As I said before, on the table, almost identical. The only thing consistent about these 2 teams is their inconsistency. And it's about points today. It might be a little bit scrappy today, but the result is all that's important.
Yeah, Queen's Royal College. Colin, of course, you've been following.
Yeah, I can't disagree with him, but the last result I think is important with East Mucurapo. But let's look at that form guide. You're seeing loss, won, loss, and that's the process. That's the problem with Queen's Royal College. They've lost 4 of their last 5 games. And the inconsistency is the problem. And East Mucurapo are not really much different when you look at their form guide. But what stands out to me is their last result when they drew goalless with Arima
North.
Yeah, that was a huge result for them, and that would give them confidence coming in today. It's going to be dependent on how that result with Fatima affects the mentality of the QRC guys.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the complete opposite with QRC. Getting an absolute pasting 7-1 to Fatima, they're going to be low on confidence, obviously, as opposed to Mucurapo East, who got a result away from home against a decent Arima North team.
Yeah, and that goalless result was probably their best result in the last few games.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 4 points from their last 5 fixtures. One just wonders exactly what that will mean for everybody. So we get set, we get ready for all of the action. I tell you what, it is sizzling hot, but what's hotter is our SportsMax app. Download it today at the Play Store, wherever you find your apps. And of course, you can capture all of the action live on our SportsMax app. Well, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we've got action here from Queen's Royal College as they get set to take on East Mucurapo. Stick with us here on SportsMax.
SSFL Premiership Division.
Welcome back here. This is a lovely shot of Port of Spain, the city of Port of Spain. Of course, Queen's Royal College located in the city of Port of Spain, and there is the shot. There is the Fort George, built in 1804, I understand, a little bit before my time. And we have the game here this afternoon at the Queen's Royal College ground. It's QRC coming up against East Mucurapo, and as we said, it's a difficult one to predict because of the inconsistency of both of these teams. And there is the Queen's Royal College clock And that's an iconic clock here in the city. And you're driving around the Queen's Park Savannah, and you're always glazing at that clock to see what is the time. And no doubt when it rings on the hour, it's magical. But here is the pitch. I don't know, Radunfa, have you had a look at the pitch at all? Did you walk on it? It looks very, very hard at the moment.
I did have a walk around. It is quite solid. There was a bit of rain yesterday, so that saved us some of how hard it could be today. But in front of the goals is a little bit edgy. So I would advise anybody to have a shot at goal. It's not the easiest thing to deal with as a keeper in front there. So and follow up, of course. So yeah.
It's looking well grassed, though. I mean, there's still a lot of grass for the kind of season we've been having. We've hardly had a rainy season here in Trinidad and Tobago. But I think they've done a pretty good job in keeping a lot of grass on the surface, James.
Yeah, they've done a good job. The miracle workers, you call those pitch repair guys. It's pretty arid. Look at brown patches just the corner of your screen there, and it's difficult, particularly when you're trying to conserve water to maintain these pitches. I think they've done a remarkable job, though, in having sufficient grass, because it also has to keep up as well. You've got to remember with the amount of football that is being played here.
Radanfa, with QRC at home, though, they should be a little bit more comfortable, and they should know every blade of grass here on this outfield.
Absolutely, the parts that are grassed well. And there's enough here to play good football. As I said, there was a bit of rain yesterday, so that helped the surface a bit. They train on this ground, they know it, every square inch of it. And they have to rely on each other today. It's going to be a tough battle, especially in this heat. The intensity has to be tempered a bit. But I think it's going to be a really tight game today, really tight.
Well, the substitutes of both teams are already seated on their respective benches, and we should be awaiting the teams. They should be coming out shortly with the officials to get this game underway. Any predictions, guys? Come on. Stop sitting on the fence, both of you.
I think it's difficult to make a prediction. Maybe in a bit, I'll tell you.
Well, here are the officials followed by the two teams. And QRC in their traditional blue. And East Mucurapo in their traditional maroon, as both teams make their way out. And there are the officials for this afternoon's games as the teams line up, and they will be exchanging greetings in a short minute or two. But East Mucurapo coming off of that good result against Arima North, they should have some sort of confidence. I'm a little concerned about QRC, but they've got to forget. I think Kenwin Jones made that point in the interview. He said, listen, that's done and dusted. 7-1, at the end of that game. And he sort of said, we've just got to look forward to the next game. And I suppose he can't do anything else. They've just got to forget that. But they came up against a very good Fatima team. And, I think nobody expected 7. But they are the two captains. And the officials. Andrew Samuel is the man in charge. Odell Brewster and Sash Ramsarup are the assistant, and the fourth official is Garfield Weeks. So those are the men in charge of the game today. And Jaden McShine, the skipper of Mucurapo. QRC, they're missing Caruth. We're going to have a look at their lineups in a minute or two. And guys, a big miss for QRC is their captain, Aiden Caruth, and we'll have to wait. Let's have a look at QRC lineup, and you're going to see that Afan King, Lamsey, Mohammed, Nelson, Tuckett, Gray, James, Eve, Jaden, Dolly, Kenwin Jones, the coach. Very interesting, Radan, for missing is the skipper, Caruth.
Yeah, Michael Nelson is in for him. That's a massive miss. He has national team experience, but they still have Taulo Massey in there. He would be the anchor in the midfield. They would need the trickery of Nelson to open up the Mucurapo team.
Well, let's have a quick look at the Mucurapo lineup. Deshaun Alexander is in goal, and there's Taylor, Latchman, Jarvis, Atiba, Henry, Mohammed, Edwards, Parks, McShine, and Dale Saunders, the coach.
Yeah, I think Dale is one of the important factors on the bench for East Mucurapo. He's got to keep these young lads together. Of course, Malik can do a job. And it's all about motivating them and giving them confidence today. Both teams have been a bit short on confidence in terms of their previous results in this competition. Nothing much between them, really. I think the team that is most confident on the day can perhaps make a result.
Can I make a prediction, guys? I think East Mucurapo will just about have a little too much for QRC and pip them. I'm sorry, Adolfo, but I don't know. And it's based basically on the last game.
Sure, yeah.
But we'll wait and see. At QRC at home, always difficult to beat here. And for all the old boys of QRC, let's hope that my prediction is wrong. But here we go, as East Mucurapo in possession. And that long ball played forward and it's headed away. As it comes right back into the heart of the QRC defense. And that's a good bit of playing there. The ball looking to go wide was Gray. It's going to be a free kick, however. And Gray with the kick. Nice long searching ball. This could be a chance here, but just couldn't get past the man in James. In Nelson was trying to get by and couldn't get by the man, and it goes out for a left-sided corner for QRC. So the first real chance or first real opportunity will be coming. A lot of dust kicking up at the moment.
Yeah, that end of the pitch is really dry and it's very difficult to play down there. It's going to have to be really simple and direct if you get to that side of the pitch.
Well, here is the left-sided corner. Most likely it's going to be Nelson. Tends to take most of the dead ball kicks, including the corners. Not a great one, but Mucurapo struggling to get rid of it. Comes right back to Lampsey. So no team really getting possession in the first couple of minutes. Latchman going up that left side, couldn't control it, but he plays it inside towards Parks. But here comes QRC going down that right side again. This is the ball looking to be crossed, trying to get hold of it and trying to get it over was great, but it goes out and it's going to be a goal kick, is it? Let's see. Or the keeper, yeah, it is. It's going to put it down, so it is a goal kick. So no team yet really commanding the play. I think a little bit scrappy at the moment. As that goal kick is sent upfield. Going up that left side looks to be Jarvis. As Mucurapo trying to put something together here, but eventually cleared downfield. But it's going to be picked up by Mohammed. He's going to go just to his right, gets it towards Taylor. Sent back downfield. So Mucurapo at the moment trying to string a couple passes together, but both teams at the moment, Rodolfo, looking a little bit skeptical.
Yeah, a little nervy, a little scrappy as predicted. A lot to play for today, so maybe that's telling on a few of the players.
Well, here's James, finds Tuckett. Tuckett looking to play it forward, but it's kept in field. And eventually it comes off of James, and it's going to be a throw for Mucurapo. This time the throw goes the way of QRC. Well, the referee says it's Mucurapo, but the assistant on the near side here was signaling for QRC throw. And going up that right side is Taylor, but he can't keep it in. And it's going to be a goal kick for QRC.
Colin, especially early on in these games where you're coming off a bad result, it is important to get your first pass correct, your first tackle, your first challenge, and play simple as possible to get your confidence back up and realize that within yourself you can't play this game and shake off the bad result and the bad performance from the last game.
Well, here's Dolly, long ball, looking for Nelson going down that right side. Actually, that was Jaden going down the right side there, but he couldn't control it as QRC looking to come forward, but again, not a very good ball. It's going to be a throw for Mucurapo. There is Dale Saunders.
Yeah, former teammate of mine, Star Wars Strikers. national team experience.
You would have been preferred to be playing with him rather against him, James?
Yeah, he's one of those players who
he would have put a few past you, wouldn't he?
made it look simple, stringing passes together.
Here is offside call against the man wide there, looked to be Latchman. It is Latchman. So it's going to be a free kick for QRC. There is Gray with the free kick, sends it downfield. Lamsey plays it over the top. Offside as Nelson giving chase. And it's going to be a free kick now for Mucurapo. There is Kenwin Jones. Doesn't like SportsMax cameras, Radanfa. Hates SportsMax cameras when he has a game.
Yeah, somehow his team doesn't perform up to his standard whenever the cameras are around. But
well, let's hope that it'll be a change for him.
Yeah.
Well, here's the free kick sent upfield. Tuckett is there, looking for Lamsey, but the ball goes. This is Lamsey now in control. Plays a good ball over the top, and this is James looking to take on his man. Eventually, Mohammed clears it back upfield. Dolly getting in the way, and eventually Tuckett sends it wide.
Offside.
This is James, but he is offside. So not looking over his shoulder, and he was standing in an offside position waiting to receive the ball.
That seems to be very deliberate from Dale Saunders' men. They have maintained a very high line early on here, and there's positives and negatives in that. If the ball isn't under pressure and there's space behind, you could really be punished. But at the same time, if you keep a high line, you're well compact.
Well, here is the not cleared, high boot. It's going to be a free kick for QRC.
Well, one thing we've noticed, it's quite bumpy. Seen the ball bouncing around quite a lot. Did commend the ground staff for being able to keep green on the surface. What I'd like to see on some of these surfaces, though, a bit more grass, particularly when it's this hard. Just a bit of grass to give it some cushion. Makes a more attractive football.
Absolutely.
Well, here is the ball played in field. It's flicked on there, but flicked on there by the man there, looked to be Parks, but couldn't keep it in, and it's going to be a throw for QRC. So here is Tuckett with the throw. Gets it down to James. He's trying to play it back infield to Lamsey. James now with a long kick forward, looking for Mohammed. And eventually it settles in the middle of the field with Atiba. Atiba gets it to Henry. He plays it forward, but it's won back here by King. He goes wide. This is Gray. Getting it down the line, looking there for Jaden. Still Jaden in possession, but it comes all the way back towards King. Has to go back to goalkeeper Afan. So just about coming up to 8 minutes. No goals yet here at QRC ground. It's with Tuckett. Comes in field nicely with it. Gets it forward to Mohammed. Mohammed has to get it back to Lamsey. Lamsey plays it wide. Offside flag is going to go up though, because it did not reach the intended target. As Atiba comes away with it. Plays a good ball up that left side, looking for Latchman. And it had to be cleared by Dolly. And it's going to be a corner for East Mucurapo.
Yeah, Colin, there's that high line again. If they get it wrong, there's a lot of space in behind, but they've been getting it right so far. But I think it's a tad risky if the QRC attackers could time their runs.
So the left-sided corner. Seems the man who's going to take it looks like Jarvis. He's looking for an in-swinger, as you hear on the mic. But certainly not an in-swinger. It looks more like a clearance. But however, Mucurapo trying to regain possession and playing it forward, but to no one in particular was Henry. And it goes to goalkeeper Afan. Let's look at his distribution. Rolls it out to his right. Gets it towards Dolly. Dolly goes wide to Gray. Gray plays the ball down the line. Looking there for Edwards. He plays infield. To Jaden, infield towards Nelson. he has to go all the way back to Dolly. So QRC trying to work things from the back, trying to play it out at the moment. This is King playing it forward, but to no one in particular. It's picked up here by Edwards, but he loses out to Mohammed. He does well to regain possession, Edwards. But it's now picked up here by Nelson. Nelson working his way forward, plays the ball through. This could be a chance. Oh, this could be 1-0. It is 1-0. QRC has opened the score in here, and really and truly, it was a good move. East Mucurapo, they were left open at the back, and they've paid the price.
Yeah, bad giveaway. There's that high line once again, and if you don't get it right, there's always space in behind, and these nippy QRC attackers this time took advantage of it.
Good awareness as well.
Good ball from Nelson.
Got in behind there, and I thought for a second he might be second best, but look at that. Just to toe around the keeper. Says thank you very much, it's mine. And well, easy peasy, lemon squeezy as the kids say. That's 1-0.
Well, James has opened the scoring here. Stefan James, he's opened the scoring for Queen's Royal College.
Yeah, the man in the mask.
So guys, there goes my prediction. Send it out the window. I'm sure all you QRC boys, old boys are waiting for me to see me, but don't worry, I'll leave the country in the morning. But here is the throw as QRC regain possession. James playing it forward. And you're right, Radan, I'm looking at this high line they're playing. Any ball over the top can cause problems for East Mucurapo.
Yeah, without pressure on the ball, he can pick up pass, and once they time their runs, they're in big trouble.
Yeah, well, here's Tuckett. Looking for this is Nelson, actually. I thought no, it's James, the goal scorer. And the goalkeeper, Alexander, comes. Bowls it out, looking for Latchman. It goes to Gray. He's going to go all the way back to his goalkeeper, Afan. Gets it to King. He's got Tuckett wide, but he's going to go down the line towards James, but he's beaten it. And it's picked up by Jarvis. Plays it in field. Joseph looking for the return ball. Comes to Edwards. He's going wide to Taylor. But it's well defended by Tuckett. And it goes out, and it's going to be a throw for Queen's Royal College. Lamsi looking for Mohammed to get going. So Mohammed against Mohammed, and across comes Henry to assist. Mohammed still in possession, and in fact the loose ball is picked up by Nelson. Nelson squares it into that area, but no one is there in particular. It's cleared up field. Latchman in a real tussle here with Gray. Gray can't keep it in. It's going to be a throw for Mucurapo. Latchman is going to leave it for Henry to come up that left side to take this throw.
But I think what QRC have done well, they've attacked that space down the left-hand channel. They've got some joy there. I look at Kenwin Jones, and he's gesticulating to his midfielders to attack the area. Whenever the ball goes out wide, he'd like to see more of that.
Well, here is East Mucurapo back in possession. The ball played wide here, looking for Taylor. But Tuckett is there. He sends it out, and it's going to be a throw for Mucurapo. Edwards comes to take it. Sends it forward towards Parks. He was trying to flick it on to Jarvis going up that right side. But Tuckett into James. James plays a good ball in field. But it's picked up here. One back by East Mucurapo with Taylor. Still Taylor in possession. It's picked up by Lamsi. He turns nicely with it. Gets it back towards Tuckett. Tuckett, very much left-footed. Intercepted by Edwards. Then Taylor, he gives it away to Lamsi. But again, they give it away, and Edwards picks it back up. The ball chipped forward. Nice ball towards Parks. But it's won by King. Sends it downfield to James. And here goes East Mucurapo. It's with Atiba. Leaves it for Muckshine, the skipper on the day. He gets it to Taylor. Still, Taylor can't get possession, and again, a boot raised high. It's going to be a free kick for QRC. Coming up to just about 15 minutes in this game, or 14 and a half minutes. QRC, they lead by that goal from Stefan James. So the free kick. King goes all the way back to Afan. Afan to Dolly. Dolly, who's come into the team today, didn't start against Fatima, but is playing in that central defensive position, replacing Grandison. And as we said, QRC missing Caruth today, their inspirational captain. This is Edwards. Does well, gets it to Atiba, but he gives it away to Tuckett. They just seem to need to put that ball down on the ground and slow it down a bit. But the pace of the game, no team is really holding on to the ball and knocking it around, Radanfa.
Yeah, the surface isn't helping, but yeah, it's very, very hasty in possession. And that's amounting to a lot of giveaways. And there we go again, another errant pass.
Yep, another errant pass, and which results in a goal kick for Mucurapo. So East Mucurapo trailing here by 1-0. As Mohammed gets it to Edwards. Plays it up the line to Taylor. Goes back to Edwards. Taylor gets it to Mohammed. Mohammed with that long ball, looking for Parks. Parks in a real tussle. Eventually Gray not able to clear it. Latchman has the shot, but was never really in control of it, and it goes wide, and it results in a goal kick for QRC. They've always been very difficult to beat. You know, the thing is, and you would know this, Radanfa, you know, even when you've had a bad game for QRC, once you come here at home, it's a totally different game.
Yeah, absolutely. With the majestic band in the background, giving their support always. It's not an easy place to come. It gives you a big lift when you hear the band playing, and there's a sense of pride when you play under the clock tower.
Yeah. And then what blurts out is when those trumpeters and whatever come and they start with their. I would let James give the impersonation of it, but he's a musical man, not me. But it's really it's not a good feeling when you're the opponent.
Yeah, goosebumps when you hear that.
Well, here is East Mucurapo playing that ball forward, but aimlessly forward, and it's going to be a throw for QRC. Again, they lead at the moment by that Stefan James goal.
So I imagine there's going to be a cooling break halfway through this half.
Yeah, there would be.
But at this point, the energy levels are going to drop a little bit in this heat. And
here's Lamsey playing it through for James, but it was a little too straight. He wanted that ball a little bit wider. But Tuckett picks it back up for QRC, turns with it, decides he can't go forward, so he goes back to King. Got to be careful playing around with that ball at the back. But Latchman getting there before Gray. Still Latchman in possession, looks to play it in field, but not a good ball, and it's cleared downfield. But it's going to come right back up, except it's not a good ball, so it's picked up by Nelson. He goes wide to Tuckett. Tuckett is looking for James. He goes down the line, and this is James, the goal scorer, looking to go past Edwards. Edwards does very well indeed. Gets it to Taylor. Taylor with that long searching ball, looking for Parks, and eventually it's headed out. Jarvis with the throw. No, he's going to leave it. Edwards is going to come all the way from the back to take the throw. Not many spectators in at the moment, and I can very well imagine because of the heat. And if they are here, they're looking for any bit of shade they can get. But here's that ball going infield. It's headed away. Nelson jumping with McShine, but Nelson gets the better and tries to play that ball over the top towards Jaden.
Too straight a pass. The pass is on, but it's got to be a little bit wider. Every time they go wide and they isolate the opposition wing backs, the QRC team gets some joy.
So here's Nelson with another long ball looking for Jaden, but he's standing in an offside position. And you see that so often, Radanfa, but it's an unforgivable act as this ball is played through. But Afan is going to get there first. when you're facing the play, you know, you always hear players offside and they're facing the play and they must look across the line and say, you know what, I need to take a step back. But we see Afan goes down and may have just been a slight collision.
Yeah, about the offside, when you're at the side of the pitch, you can see the entire line. It's a bit lazy, I think, and probably a lack of awareness. And as you said, unforgivable, really.
So there is some treatment being given to Afan. Let's hope he's all right. We saw last night in the game, certainly congratulations to the national team, the Soca Warriors, on their victory last night against Guatemala. An excellent victory, but we saw Denzel James going down. Denzel Smith going down and had to be replaced. He's been absolutely in magnificent form. I remember him in secondary schools when he was with Shiva Boys, and then you could have seen a tremendous keeper in the making. I think he's now arrived at national level. Yeah,
he's coming of age, obviously, still inexperienced at that level, but he's shown really good poise when he's given the opportunity, and I've been really impressed by him. Not the only hero there last night, of course. There were 18 heroes at least.
That's right.
You know, outstanding performance and a really excellent result.
I think what stood out for me was the fight back. You know, coming from 2 goals down. So we have a little bit of a break. The players have gone off to the side to get some drinks. Yeah, what stood out to me is coming back from 2 goals down. Even though you're at home, when you go 2 goals down, you know, you've got to push that extra effort
in international
to get back
football.
into it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely. It takes so much out of you to get back and turn a result like that around. And credit to the guys and of course the staff for making that happen. There was a good crowd last night as well. That certainly helped.
Over 7,000, I understand.
Congratulations to everybody.
It's James, I looked for you. I didn't see you in the crowd. Were you singing somewhere? Were you performing?
I was in the vibe section.
That's
what they call it. Tell you, it was full of vibes. Tuny style, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, the commentator was talking about the energy. He said the Port of Spain energy. And, you know, but here is QRC trying to get some energy of their own, trying to go through, but well defended by East Mucurapo, as this is Taylor getting it up the line towards Parks, but he's robbed of it, but it comes off of him, and it's going to be a throw for QRC. Tuckett, no doubt, is going to take it. So Tuckett looking for James. James playing it in field, but no one in particular except Latchman is there, and he's going to go wide to Henry. Not sure what Henry was trying to do, but luckily for him, it went to McShine, who heads it on, but Lamsey is there. So it's going to be a free kick against QRC, a foul on McShine.
Yeah, Mucurapo is trying to play through them. They're not playing with much width, and it's a difficult surface to play on, to be fair. A few moments back, there was a direct ball that caused QRC all sorts of problems. I'm not saying to kick the ball away, but maybe they could be a little more direct in their approach, like this.
Here's Taylor, plays it in field. This could be a chance here. It is a goal. So the ball has been put into the back of the net. It seems to be Jarvis. And as soon as we said that, East Mucurapo going up that right side, squared it back in field. And it looked to be Jarvis who had the final touch, and he's now made it 1-1.
Yeah, nothing too intricate about that. It was a straight ball, a longish pass wide. He isolated his man. No one came across to cover Tuckett, and he was able to get the ball across goal, and like any good striker, he's on the spot to tap it in.
So it means that East Mucurapo now back in business here. We've been playing now for 23.5 minutes, and it's 1-1. But a good run up the line there from, it looked to be Taylor making that run, squared it back. And Jarvis was at the far post, just had the simple task of putting it into the net. And QRC defense was exposed. So, game on. As that long ball is played, it's headed by Dolly. But picked up here by Taylor, the man who made that good run up that right side. Gets it in field to Jarvis, the goal scorer. Ball's played back here towards Edwards. This is Mohammed. Heads it on to Atiba. Atiba getting it to Henry. He goes wide to Lachman. Lachman plays that ball forward. And this is another good move from East Mucurapo, but it's intercepted. As Atiba, not sure what he was trying, if he was looking for a shot from that distance, but he's regained possession. Goes wide to Taylor. Taylor playing it. This is another chance here. He goes to the far post. Oh my word. And all of a sudden, they've turned it around here. And is that Jarvis with his second? I think it is. But all of a sudden now, 25 minutes have been gone. And it means that East Mucurapo, all of a sudden, they've taken the lead.
Yeah.
And I think Jarvis, he's taking his shirt off. He's going to get a yellow card, I'm almost certain.
Yeah, almost a carbon copy of the first goal.
Yeah.
They get it out wide and they get around, tuck it with a 1-2. And it's just roll across the 6-yard line and he's free once again just to tap home.
Well, we see they're actually now coming for that water break. So Jarvis, well, he's succeeded. He did not get a yellow card. And I'm really surprised at that, because I know once you take your shirt off, and you normally get the yellow card, but he's not got the yellow card. But Jarvis has now had a brace here, and all of a sudden QRC were coasting along, and just so they're 2-1 down.
Yeah, and it's that direct play that Rodolfo spoke about earlier. Again, driving straight at him, 1-2, identifying the space behind Tuckett, which was important, and then getting it into that area. It's crowded in there, anything can happen. I still question the defending on the back door though for QRC, but they've got to compose themselves. Earlier part of this match, they were well set up. However, they've been shell-shocked, and just as a point in the game, McKenwin Jones has to get in the mind of the players and restore that bit of confidence.
A credit to East Mucurapo. They weren't rattled. They kept their composure. McShine, the captain, has been excellent in midfield so far, very composed on the ball. And they've kept to their game plan. I think they're now targeting Tuckett. It's 2 goals from almost the identical position and the identical setup. And that's really disappointing from a QRC point of view that you let in 2 goals almost the same fashion.
Well, when we look at those numbers, it's not the most flattering. Possession, though, belongs to East Mucurapo. Pass completion to Redanfa. The surface having anything to do with it?
I think so, yeah, for sure, because it's a little bit bumpy, it's a little bit hard and dusty around there, so it's not the easiest thing to get your foot on the ball and complete passes.
Well, one thing I'd like to see, East Mucurapo stretch the field a bit more attackingly. They've been trying to go through the center. For the most part, it hasn't worked in their favor, except when they've been a bit more direct, particularly going at Tuckett. However, I would love to see a bit more width from them. Requires a lot more technical brilliance, particularly in a surface like this, trying to go through a crowded middle.
Well, we're going to restart. There are some of the East Mucurapo supporters. So I understand the referee didn't give him a yellow card because the undergarment that he had on the shirt was a tribute to his deceased brother, and the referee was very lenient as he explained to the referee that it was in honor of his deceased brother, and referee decided compassion here and did not give him the yellow card, and I could live with that.
That's good to see. Credit to the referee for that gesture.
Yeah, that's what you call discretion. Any player would be happy to see that from referees.
Well, here is Tuckett. Long ball looking to go wide to Jaden. But it's picked up by Gray. This time he gets Jaden involved. Jaden playing it down the line, trying to get Mohammed involved, and it's won back by East Mucurapo. The ball played wide, looking for Taylor. Tuckett couldn't get there. I think it's going to go out. Is Taylor going to keep it in? No, he can't. It's going to be a throw for QRC. Tuckett. It's going to go back to King. Long ball looking for James, but Edwards is there. Heads it to Taylor. Lampsey is going to play it out, and it's going to be a throw for East Mucurapo. This time Edwards is going to take it. Plays it upfield. Turning with it is Jarvis. And the shot comes. Not a bad effort, but didn't have any pace at all on it. And the shot coming there from Parks. And very comfortable in the end for Afan.
Yeah, what you're seeing right now, Colin, that's confidence flowing through the veins of the Mucurapo players. 2 goals. It's amazing what that can do. It's a shot of adrenaline.
Well, here is King. Long ball for James. He heads it on, trying to get Mohammed involved, but it's the other Mohammed from Mucurapo that clears it. Gets it towards Jarvis. Jarvis goes wide to Taylor. Taylor looking to take on Tuckett, trying to play a 1-2 with Parks. And it's picked up here by Nelson. Plays it over the top to James. He's going to run onto it. He's got only Mohammed in the middle, trying to get past Mohammed. And Mohammed is kicking it off of James. It's going to be a goal kick for Mucurapo. So we've played just about half an hour. 30 and a half minutes gone here. Just 15 minutes left for QRC to get back into this game. They were comfortable at one stage, leading by that 1-0. And all of a sudden, within the space of a minute, Mucurapo hit them twice through Jarvis.
Just lost concentration. The Royalians, you feel. And show his team talk at halftime. Kenwin Jones would be to insert some energy. They've lost a bit of energy. One can attribute that to perhaps the heat. But they've not moved the ball as quickly as they have when they were successful finding space, particularly down the left-hand channel. They've been a bit slower in getting it into those areas, isolating 1v1 opportunities for James.
Yeah,
time will tell what they can do.
McShine and Atiba from Mucurapo East have wrestled control of the midfield. Before Nelson was getting on the ball a lot, he has disappeared in the last 10-15 minutes or so. So that's the big difference. He's not able to get those balls over the top and get them wide.
Well, it's going to be a free kick for East Mucurapo as Jarvis was brought down. And it looks like Henry is going to take it. He goes wide, trying to find Lachman. And it's picked up here as QRC. Jaden going down that right side, flicks it on towards Lamsey. And it's going to be a free kick because it looked to be Henry was brought down. And the referee indicated as such, so East Mucurapo, they will have a free kick. So here's Henry with the kick. Not a good one, but it still finds Lachman. But he can't really control it. He does well though, but he's pulled back by King. And I think that's going to be a yellow card. Yes, it is a yellow card. So King finds himself, not King, sorry, Gray finds himself in the yellow card of the referee. Or it was a good move from Lachman. He was looking to turn King. He did turn him and he was just about getting around him. But here is Atiba with the free kick, floats it in, and Afan was coming. He was never going to get there, and the ball still QRC getting problems at Cleo. That looks good. Didn't make contact with it though, but it's picked up by Taylor. Gets it back to McShine, plays it infield and cleared away by Dolly. Mohammed can't get control of it, but a bad miss from Mohammed, and the QRC Mohammed picks it up. But he gives it right back here to Henry. And Henry, finally, he gets control of it. Being harassed by Jaden. Does well in the end.
Yeah, excellent play from Henry, excellent.
Well, he plays it up to Lachman. Oh, Lachman turns his man again. And here goes Lachman. He's giving Gray a lot of problems wide on that right side. Then it's played over here towards Taylor. Tuckett is in attendance. Trying to go up the line. Tuckett doing well at the moment, not allowing him to go forward. He has to go back to Edwards. Edwards trying to get it back to Taylor. Plays it out. It's going to be a throw for QRC. Tuckett getting it to James. James eluding one. Oh, he does well, but eventually, good bit of defending by Atiba. This is Taylor. Getting it up to Jarvis. Eventually, King is there. Not a good ball. Plays it down the line. You could see the intention was to get it to James. And let's see, is that going to be a corner? No, the referee says it came off of James last. It's going to be a goal kick. Here is Kenwin Jones on his bench. 35 minutes gone, 10 minutes left for this half to be completed, and whatever added on time there may be. And East Mucurapo leading at the moment, 2-1, a double from Malik Jarvis and Stephon James getting the loan item for Queen's Royal College. Tuckett heads it on, looking for Lamsey. Atiba is in attendance, but Lamsey does well. And eventually coming away with it is Atiba. Plays it forward towards Jarvis. He can't control it. It goes all the way back to Dolly. He spreads it wide, looking for Jaden. Does well, but Henry in attendance. Still, Jaden. Henry wins it. Plays it in field towards McShine. They give it right back to Gray. Gray plays it in field for Mohammed, but he's offside. Just wondering where he got all that room from, and but he was in an offside position. Wouldn't have counted even if he had hit the target.
Yeah, good idea to get the early cross in. You don't always have to get to the byline to get it across. It often catches the defender sleeping sometimes. You get that ball in between the keeper and the defensive line. Having the defenders face their own goal is always difficult to deal with.
So here's Atiba. And is he fouled by Lamsey? No, the referee says you were not fouled. You had no right to try to hold the ball. So it's going to be a free kick for QRC. King is going to take it. And he's going to play it towards Dolly. Oh, so here is it. There was Atiba grabbing hold of the ball, goalkeeper style. But this is Jaden. Going all the way back to Gray. He plays it in field. That's a good turn from Nelson. But it's well won here by Henry. Henry going up that left side now. Plays it nicely towards Jarvis, but he can't control it. And Dolly getting it to Lamsey. Ball played out to Tuckett. James that's not a good ball. James was really and truly, it should have been a ball played all along the ground, because James is open at the moment, and not a good ball from Tuckett.
Well, that's one of the things that the kids have to learn at this level. Decision making, using the right tools at the right time. We have seen quite a few decisions going wrong for both teams. That's really the difference at the higher level. Being able to choose and make the right decision every time.
Well, here is Mohammed getting the better of Edwards. Can he keep it in? Yes, he can. Looking to go past his man now. Looking to go past Henry. As, of course, there are two Henrys on the Mucurapo defensive line, the central defender and the left wing back. As Jarvis, he is brought down, and it's going to be a free kick for East Mucurapo.
Well, must be Lazarus, because he died and he resurrected rather quickly there. Jarvis went down. Credit to him though, this turn, exceptional. Just rolling his ankle away at the last second, but don't think he was really caught really. But he didn't like the challenge, and the referee falling prey to it.
Well, some more spectators have come on that far side of the ground, close to the canteen. Is that still a canteen over there, Adanfa?
Yep.
That's the canteen. So it provides some sort of shade as well.
Favorite spot for the home fans, for the old boys especially.
Well, here is a free kick. Mohammed sends it deep into the heart of the Queen's Royal College defense. Eventually, kick downfield, but straight towards Henry, who's going to play it inside to looking for Atiba. but it's won by Lamsian. But this time, Atiba gets possession, starts to run forward with it, plays it in field. A 1-2 between Parks and Jarvis, but Parks was in an offside position, and immediately the whistle goes to indicate it's going to be a free kick for QRC.
Decision making, decisions.
Thought he could have gone for goal, couldn't he?
Yeah, found at the top of the area. Pass he intended. I'm not quite even sure he intended a pass, really. It's fortunate to get it to the player, but making the right decision. A decision to build that shocks you. Wow, what a decision that must have been.
I'm so happy the clock is working, because it was down for a while, but it's back up, and that familiar song when it's on the hour, it's always really good to hear. But here is East QRC trying to do more than hear the familiar sound of the clock. They would want to hear the familiar sound of goal, but they're probably going to hear their fans singing shortly, QRC, we want a goal, because they need to get one. But here goes Latchman, and good defending by Gray. Plays it forward to Jaden. Can he keep it in? He certainly can. He's looking for some support. He's got Nelson with him, but this is Nelson, gets it to Lamsey. This is good from QRC. Lamsey trying to play it through that to over the top towards Mohammed. Edwards. Tail. This is Nelson, heads it back towards James. Finally, it's cleared up field. It's going to come right back down though. There's no one really in particular but Lamsey. Still, Lamsey looking for some support. He has to go to Tuckett. Tuckett plays that ball forward for James, and again, he's in an offside position. We've seen this time and time again. Yeah.
It's way too narrow from QRC. He should be getting out to this line and facing the entire field. Instead, he's lazy, he's dragging his feet, and he's not getting in the position fast enough so he can be a good option for Tuckett. And that's forcing them to make a more difficult pass, and they're just surrendering possession over and over.
Well, we've just got about 3.5 minutes left of this first half, and whatever added on time the referee will give. But it's going to be Mohammed with the free kick. Sends a deep ball, but headed back by Lamsey. And flicked on by Mohammed towards James. But a good tackle from Edwards. So it's going to be the throw. Tuckett is coming down to take it. Gets it to Lamsey. Back to Tuckett. Nelson turns nicely with it, but he's brought down. It's going to be a free kick for QRC, and no doubt Nelson himself is going to take it. He is the dead ball specialist on this team.
Good spot for a free kick. They got some tall centre backs. They're both coming forward. This is a good chance just before the half. Could the delivery be on point though?
And this will certainly, if the QRC can equalize here, it will certainly change the team talk at halftime, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. Really, really good time to score for sure.
Well, let's see the free kick from Nelson. Here goes over to the far post. The heads go up. No one really in particular. And this is Lamsey looking to try to get control of it. But it's picked up in that midfield there. And eventually by Henry and cleared up. But it's going to come right back down. Gray, not a good ball. Latchman picks it up. Plays it into the center to Atiba. He's going to go wide towards Taylor. Tuckett coming to put in the challenge. As Taylor looking to go up that right side. And Tuckett does well. Gets it to King. He chips it forward towards Nelson. Nelson still in possession. Oh, a little bit of a miscommunication between him and James. James was more or less going inside. And let's see, it's going to be a corner. So he's won a corner, James.
Yeah, fortunate to get the corner. But again, James is going inside when I think he should be making the field and the pitch a bit bigger. If he takes his player away, then he gives space for Nelson to go through. But he's almost getting in the way of his own players.
Well, it's going to be a corner.
Again, delivery all important. Could you get it in a good area for the big boys to attack?
Yes, the two centre backs, Dolly and King, both of them are up. As here's Nelson, it's flat towards the keeper, too close, doesn't hold on to it. And luckily for him, no QRC, no blue shirt was around, or it could have been problems. So a yellow card there for Mohammed. And I think he may have just charged into the keeper. So he gets a yellow card. As
If he showed that enthusiasm to get around the keeper 5 seconds earlier, he might have got a goal.
That's correct. So Deshaun Alexander is down.
Probably going to milk this one to get to the half in front. And why not?
So apparently Mohammed was kicking dust in the keeper's face. Yes, because we see some water now is being thrown on his face, and he should be okay. We understand there's going to be 3 minutes of added on time, and there could very well be more than that based on this little bit of a stoppage. As Lamsey, who was off at the side of the field just getting a drink of water. So it's Alexander with it.
No.
So here is Henry being harassed by Jadon. Eventually Gray plays it down, and it's going to be a throw in for Mucurapo. Or QRC, sorry, where they throw, and they've got another throw. They're going further down the right side. Banged up field by Henry, but can't keep it in. Parks was giving chase, and it's gone out for a throw to QRC. Gray is going to take it, gets it in field to Nelson, but he can't control it. As Latchman going up that left side does very well. He eludes 2, he eludes 3, plays it in field, but bit of pushing, and it's going to be a free kick for QRC. So coming up to just about 2 minutes of the added on time being played, as James looking to get another goal for QRC. The ball comes off of James. It's going to be a left-sided corner. So here is the corner being taken by Nelson. Not a great one, and it's headed away, but it's picked up here by Gray. Sends it downfield looking for James, but he's offside. Or that was Tuckett picking it up, sorry, and playing that ball long, as Tuckett was trying to get it to James, and but he was not able to keep it in, and it's gone out for a goal kick. No, he's certainly not offside, but the ball, he was looking to keep it in, and it went out for a goal kick. So the kick has been taken, sent upfield. Tuckett regains a little bit of possession and trying to play it down the line again, but didn't get it right, and it goes out for a throw for Mucurapo. So we have played the 3 minutes of added on time. So the referee is now playing whatever time should be added on to the added on time. But we expect to hear the whistle within a minute or so, as this is James looking to go down that left side. And the referee whistle now goes to indicate that it's the end of the first half here at Queen's Royal College. At Queen's Royal College ground, as we get a nice little breeze coming through now. The sun has left us, and but it's the end of the first half, and Mucurapo having turned it around here. They went behind to an early goal from Stefan James, and then they turned it around nicely, and a double from Malik Jarvis have put them in front here at half-time at the Queen's Royal College grounds. And the Mucurapo team, they lead the half by 2 goals to 1 here at the Queen's Royal College ground. We're going to take a break and come right back here at QRC ground.
Welcome to SSFL Premiership Division. Welcome to SSFL Premiership Division. Welcome to SSFL Premiership Division.
Welcome back here to Queen's Royal College grounds, where the home team, QRC, they're trailing at the moment by 2 goals to 1 against East Mucurapo. They took the lead actually through Stephen James, but a double from Malik Jarvis have put the boys from East Mucurapo in front. Let's have a quick look at the stats here from the first half, as of course, shots, 3 shots to 2 in favor of East Mucurapo. Shots on target, same, the 3-2, 4 fouls as opposed to 2 yellow cards for QRC, no red cards, 4 offsides to 3, 4 for Mucurapo, 3 for QRC, 3 corners to QRC to the 1 from East Mucurapo, the saves 1, and the possession, QRC just having the slightly better possession of 52-48, but that start at the top in green. That's the important one. East Mucurapo, they lead at the moment by 2 goals to 1. Let's go down to James.
Oh, thank you so much, Colin. I'm here with Radanfa Abubakar. We had a look at the numbers. First thing that jumps out to me is the amount of shots. 5 shots in total. Chances in front of goal. Not a big deal in this match. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, not that many goal scoring opportunities. A lot of the game has been fought in midfield. A lot of exchanges in possession, sloppy in possession, but it's been physical, especially from Mucurapo. After the early exchanges and conceding, they've wrestled back the midfield with Atiba especially and their captain, and they've done well to drag themselves back in this game, get the ball wide, as we've been saying in commentary. They isolated Tuckett twice and an easy tap in for 2 goals for the striker.
Yeah, it's been a kind of seesaw contest. Of course, QRC getting the lead, losing it. What took place in that period of play where QRC seemed to be dominating, where Mucurapo took control?
Early on, they were coming a lot down the left side, and they were getting a lot of joy on that left side. They were attempting at least to exploit the high line of East Mucurapo. But after the goal, they just went away from that plan. They began to get really narrow, and that was making it easier for East Mucurapo because it's very congested in the middle there. The surface is not the easiest to play on, so it's difficult to make intricate passes in the middle there. So it's hard to keep possession. And that played right into the hands of East Mucurapo, who in turn started to use the width, and they got success from that.
You spoke a lot about the high line. We saw it come to fruition.
Yes, the high line. If the ball isn't under pressure and there's space behind you with that high line, you run the risk of getting the ball clipped in behind. They have mobile strikers in front. Siddiqui Mohammed, burly guy, and he's quite mobile. And James coming from the left side, that's what they got their joy from early on. But they lost their way a bit. They stopped doing what they were doing to get their success. And Compre back in it and now in front, in fact.
Or something I noticed in commentary as well, you spoke about the width and particular James getting a bit narrow. Tell us about that.
I don't know if it's fatigue or it's a bit of laziness or tactical indiscipline. But when you make the pitch wide, it's more difficult to defend. Every time he goes in, he clogs the space for the other striker. So if he gets wide, he's able to isolate his man as he did in the first 20 minutes. And that's where QRC was successful early on, but he's gone away from that and now he's struggling.
Well, Mucurapo have been able to score 2 goals. Malik Jarvis getting at the end of both. How would you rate his performance so far?
He's done what a striker is meant to do. He's in the box in and around where you need your striker to be to tap those balls home. And that's the most important thing when you're a striker, to get those goals and get in the positions where you get those opportunities.
Yeah, we'll talk about him in a bit, but let's go back to the ground conditions. It's something that we mentioned, particularly at the start of the broadcast, the low height of the grass, contributing perhaps on a hard surface, that bumpy sort of game. How does that affect the game?
Yeah, it's not silky smooth out here, football. It takes away from your confidence a bit because the ball is bumping and you're not sure if it's going to roll truly for you. And that takes a little bit away from your confidence and obviously the quality of play. But it is what it is. Both teams have to play on the same surface. You could use that to your advantage as well. Play most of the football in their half and let them make the mistakes. Let the ground work against them, if you may. And I think that's what they need to do a little more often.
All right, let's come back to one of the guys we mentioned earlier, Malik Jarvis, one of the key players for Mucurapo East. We had a chat with him earlier this week.
Both mentally and physically, the session has been very well. The boys has been putting in the work and will be able to fight during the season. Playing in the current format, it's going to be a little difficult because it's a lot of traveling, but the boys could handle it. Kevin Molino, I look up to his game. He played here and he's very competitive. He's a good player. My mentor is my mom because every day she pushes me to work harder. She motivates me every day. I stay motivated by knowing no one will do it for me, and that motivates me to push even harder. I think what's give my team advantage on the pitch is the midfield position. We have a good bunch of players in the middle of the park, solid, and have a little technique. My goal this season is to score as much goals to help my team get positive results.
Well, that, of course, was Malik Jarvis. He scored 2 goals so far in this match. He spoke about Kevin Molino, a former teammate of yours, being his inspiration. And I'm sure Kevin would have been proud of those 2 goals.
Yeah, absolutely. Quite a guy to have to take inspiration from, a really classy player. And if he does take anything from Kevin, it'll be his hard work and his dedication to his craft. And he did speak about hard work there. And that's the only way you can improve.
Well, let's look ahead. Of course, second half about to begin in a few minutes. What are the keys for success for both teams? You'll start with Mucurapo.
Mucurapo, a little bit more of the same. They have to be solid in the midfield. They have to be really robust, as they have been. Limit Tauler Massey and Nelson from getting on the ball, and I think they have a good chance of maintaining the scoreline.
All right, I'm going to stick a pin there as we have a chat with Jaim Afan of Queen's Royal College.
Preparation for the season has been tough, both mentally and physically, but we'll get there and the season is upon us. In the current format, it is not that challenging, it is more exciting as we'll have more games to play. Well, my favorite player is Marc-Andre ter Stegen. He plays for FC Barcelona and I look up to him because of his style of goalkeeping and the way he could fly. I have many mentors. Kenan Jones, Keston Tuckett, and my mother, just to name a few. The reason why they are my mentors is because they always push me to chase my dreams and accomplish my goals. My goals for the season is to keep a clean sheet and win the league. What gives my team an advantage is the strong brotherhood that we have in Queen's Royal College. I think that will be the outstanding point with us. Through tournaments and tough practices, I stay motivated by prayer and my mindset.
Oh, a man after my own heart, Jaim Afan, the goalkeeper for Queen's Royal College. Don't forget, don't miss out on any of the excitement of the Secondary Schools Football League and, of course, the ESA Schoolboy Football in Jamaica by downloading the SportsMax app. What are you waiting for? Download it today at every available Play Store or wherever you get your apps from, the SportsMax app. We take a pause, and when we come back, second half action.
Welcome to SSFL Premiership Division. Welcome to SSFL Premiership Division.
Welcome back here to Queen's Royal College Ground. They're just about getting ready for the start of the second half. The assistant referee just checking the net to make sure everything is okay. We see a couple substitutions being made by both teams. And Taylor is out. And number 4, Michael Luke, is it?
Yeah.
Yep. So Luke is on, number 4, and number 14, Taylor, is off. So we're just getting ready for the start here. As here we go. Nope. A little bit too eager. What does QRC have to do, Radanford, to get back in this game?
A little bit of what they were doing in the first 20 minutes. Could they use the width of the field a bit more to isolate the wing backs of East Mucurapo? If they get that with the speed that they have on the flanks, they could recreate that success that they were getting in the first 20 minutes.
Well, a ball played down that right side, but it goes out, and it's going to be a goal kick for QRC. So, actually, the ball had gone out of play before it was sent downfield, so it was a throw. And now it's going to be a free kick, as Tuckett was fouled, and he's going to take the free kick himself. No, he's going to leave it for King. King sends it upfield. The heads go up, but it's headed by Edwards, but a little bit of pushing on the part of Edwards, so it's going to be a free kick again for QRC. This is much better for them. Nelson is going to spot the ball. No doubt he's going to look to go into somewhere into that penalty spot, just before the penalty spot, for his teammates to run onto. But King is up there, and here he's chipping it. The heads go up, but it's headed away, and finally cleared downfield. And away goes Parks, but it's well intercepted. Goes back to goalkeeper Afan, who plays it wide on that left side towards Nelson. Nelson plays it forward towards Mohammed, but it's picked up. But that was not Mohammed. That was Tam Lamsi going forward, but it's played down, intercepted by Tuckett. King sends it back upfield, but Edwards heads it out. Again, we've seen a little bit of a scrappy start. No team really just holding on to the ball, knocking it around, trying to get a few passes going as that ball is played in field, but the offside flag goes up. The referee now realizes that the flag was up for an offside.
Not much in that offside. Again, they're maintaining their high line.
That's going to be a free kick as Henry is brought down. And Malachi Henry is going to take the free kick. He took it quickly, played it. They go wide to Edwards. Intercepted, but the loose ball is picked up wide, and that just some quick scores at half-time. CIC and Speyside goalless at the moment. Fatima, they're leading Arima North by 1-0. And let's see anything else. Presentation and Trinity East, they are goalless at half-time. Malik leading Pleasantville by 2-0. CIC and Speyside, as I said, they're goalless at the moment. So that is what's happening here locally with the SSFL. So I think, James, you've got some of the Easter scores?
Yeah, certainly in Jamaica. The Cartonet College, well, they went down 2-1 to Mayday High. Goal scored by M. Anderson in the 68th minute. And R. Bailey, right, getting the other goal. And happening now, Manchester High, they lead Bel Air by 1-0. So that's the scores coming out of Jamaica as well. Issa, schoolboy football.
Here's Nelson trying to worm his way through the East Mucurapo defense, but good defending by Henry. Sends it downfield, and again, it's going to be a foul here and free kick for QRC. A little bit of pushing. And this is Gray with the kick. Sends it over to that left side. And Mohammed trying to get in, but it was played a little too close to goalkeeper Alexander. And he rolls it out towards Henry on this left side. Plays a good ball in towards Luke, the man who has come on as a substitute. He plays it down the line, and let's see, it's going to be a goal kick.
Outstanding coverage by the centre back coming across. Good anticipation, and he even gets the goal kick in his favour.
So here is the goal kick being taken, sent towards Dolly. Oh, Afan could be in trouble. You see a lot of goalkeepers now, Radan, they're almost like sweepers. And all managers, especially in Europe, seem to want their goalkeepers to be good with the ball at their feet.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a different role for them now.
That's a good bit. But here is the shot over the bar. Well, he got the loose ball, Nelson, and just couldn't keep it down. Or was that? That was James, actually, taking the shot. Couldn't keep it down and went over the bar.
Yeah, needed to be a bit better. Got the lock of the bounce here. But time and space, that's gold at this level. Didn't take advantage though.
Well, it's going to be a free kick for East Mucurapo. So just about 5 minutes gone in the second half. And still, QRC trailing by 2-1. Having scored first. East Mucurapo came back and hit them twice. And QRC still cannot get that equalizer. Ball played up to Edwards. Playing a little bit of a tussle there out on the far side. Eventually, Namsi was looking to come forward with it. King plays it infield towards Tuckett. But here goes East Mucurapo down that right side again. Can the cross be a good one? No, it can't. It comes off the defender. And it's going to be a right-sided corner for East Mucurapo.
There's that rugged play from Atiba and McShine. East Mucurapo once more. Battling their way in midfield and winning that battle once more and eventually leading to a corner.
Well, Latchman is going across to take the corner. And he may very well play it short. No, he decided against it as Nelson was coming out to pick up Jarvis, who was coming for that short corner. But here is the corner. The heads go up and it's cleared away, but not good enough. Kande Mucurapo a little bit scrappy. They are appealing for a handle ball, but the referee gives a corner. But they will struggle to get that ball away.
Yeah, fortuitous there. That's Siddiqui Mohammed on the line, just done enough to clear it off the line, and eventually they scramble it away. Another corner, the danger isn't past yet though.
Well, here is the corner. Again, the heads go up. And Luke was looking to get on the end of it, but it's cleared upfield. And it's going to be a throw for East Mucurapo. Give QRC time to get out and try and put them under pressure. Ball thrown infield there towards Henry, and it goes back to Edwards. This is Henry. Dangerous. Bailed out by Mikhail Henry. Atiba loses it. Mohammed not able to control it. And eventually Edwards plays it down that left side. Gets it to McShine. McShine. Long searching ball for Luke. Goes too close to the keeper. And Afan holds on to it. He's looking for players to go forward. Is not such a great kick. Lots of height, but certainly does find its way to the defense of East Mucurapo. And the ball played on this left side. This is Latchman. Pushing it forward towards Luke. Couldn't get the shot away. He was crowded out and eventually came off of the defenders and it's gone behind for a corner.
I think he was looking for that right boot. Might have been advised to use his left. Made it easier for the defender to get a nick. Showed too much of the ball in the end. Still won a corner though.
Well, here's the left-sided corner. East Mucurapo getting quite a few corners early in the second half. This is Henry. He's going to look for the shot. No, he decides to go wide, but not a great ball. The idea was good because he was probably looking to get it back to Latchman, who in turn would have got it across. But the ball towards Latchman was poor, and it's a goal kick for Queen's Royal College. Coming up to 10 minutes of this second half, and still East Mucurapo, they lead here by 2-1. Latchman couldn't get hold of it, and Gray coming away with it. Plays a good ball in field. This is Nelson. Chipping it forward, looking for Mohammed, too close to the keeper. He's going to hold on to that. And, well, he's not too sure what that is about. I think he's looking too much. He's looking at too much big man football, Radanfa, where goalkeepers go down.
Can't believe 55 minutes he's already playing for time.
Here is East Mucurapo looking to come forward with it. Lampsey wins it, sends it forward, but Mohammed was coming from an offside position. But still, it's with McShine. He goes wide to Edwards. Sends it in field. This is Luke in a little bit of a touch, but the shot comes over the bar. Well, he got a little bit of a rebound there. It looked to be Parks, and he hammered it. But certainly, no, it was Jarvis actually. And was it Jarvis?
But it just felt he
James?
still hit the mark. He did all the hard work with the happy feet, getting past his man. Just couldn't keep it under the crossbar. Not a bad effort though.
Had some power behind it.
Certainly did.
Well, here is QRC with Jaden. Haven't seen him much in the second half. Goes up that right side. And a little bit of a foul there on Henry, who was doing well.
Once more, the two Henrys at the back for East Mucurapo have been absolutely outstanding. No way past them.
So it's going to be the free kick. Alexander looking to get towards Latchman, but it's headed away by Gray. So it's going to be a throw for East Mucurapo. Sun is back with us here. It's been tough conditions, isn't it? James, I've never seen in my time, and I would say I've lived a few years on the planet. I've never seen a rainy season like this. We've really hardly had a rainy season, haven't we?
Where was the rain?
Yeah, but here's Mohammed, and it's sent out. It's going to be a right-sided corner. Remember, you come at this time of the year, you come to Queen's Royal College, and the ground is really, it's soft.
It's lush.
Yeah. But it's bone hard.
Yeah.
Middle of October. Well, here's the right-sided corner for the Royalians. It's with Nelson. Sends it over to the far side, and the shot couldn't be kept down. And it's going to be a goal kick for East Mucurapo.
Colin, as you mentioned, the conditions, the sun that dips below the western hemisphere there, it's going to be straight into the eyes of the Mucurapo keeper in this half. So my advice to the QRC boys is have a shot. It's very, very difficult to deal with that when you're attacking, when you're defending this end in the second half.
Yeah, funny you mention that, because I was going to make that point a little earlier. He came out for a high ball, and I thought, this could have a problem. The sun, the way, it's very much into his face.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, here is QRC, but Tuckett couldn't keep it in. It's going to be a throw for East Mucurapo. Haven't heard the trumpets and things, James. I'm missing that.
Yeah, the drummers though, well, they haven't stopped beating the heart of the Royalians army.
Yes, So I'm missing it. Boop, 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 boop. How was that an impersonation?
That's not a bad impersonation at all.
Thank you very much, James. Coming from you, a man who knows music, I'm very happy.
What's that ventriloquist name again? He might be pleased.
Well, it's going to be a throw for East Mucurapo as they're just inside the Queen's Royal College half now. Haven't seen really many clear-cut chances. We've been just coming up to an hour of this game, and in the second half in particular, 15 minutes, we've not. But here comes East Mucurapo. Yeah, we've not seen maybe that shot from Jarvis in the second half that just went over the bar. But other than that, QRC have not really threatened Alexander very much.
Very similar to the first half. There were just two shots, one shot from either team from outside the box. Other than that, it's just been fought in midfield, you know. A lot of unnecessary giveaways, scrappy play. Could you blame the pitch or probably the technique of some of the players, or maybe a bit of both? But it's been generally scrappy.
Well, here's the ball headed away, goes to Lamsey, and he sends it upfield, looking for Mohammed. He's got all heart. He doesn't stop running, doesn't he?
No.
Oh, and he's got the better here, and he has the shot.
Yes.
He scored. Well, Mohammed has scored here in the 61st minute, just as when we were talking about QRC haven't created anything. But what a mistake at the back. I think it was Henry at the back. He was fumbling with the ball. Mohammed, it looked to be a lost cause at one time. He never gave up. He ran for it. He challenged. He won it. And he put it away from the keeper. That's a real, you call that an opportunist goal. But I was making the point. This guy doesn't stop running.
No, just as you said that, he didn't give up the chase. He harassed Henry and forced a mistake, little bumpy, perhaps the sun, as we mentioned, in his eye. But that's all from his good hard work.
So 2-2, game on. And I would expect this would lift the Royal Aliens. The ball played wide, but he's offside. Again, we've seen this so many times. James standing up in an offside position. The ball sent downfield.
Just a few minutes before, I was going to walk on a ledge and say the next goal that scores, that team will go on to win this game.
Ooh, James.
Are you still going to be on that ledge? Don't jump, man.
Somehow I feel it's a QRC old boy talking there.
Nah, absolutely not.
Here we go. As East Mucurapo trying to come forward with it. Tuckett wins it. But it's won by Edwards. But he loses out. Does he bring down the man? No, says the referee. Play on. It's with Tuckett. Real tussle. And he is fouled. And it's going to be a free kick this time for QRC. It's difficult, this one, to predict, guys. It can really go either way.
Absolutely.
Here is James going up the left side, but he loses out. Long ball. Afan has got to come. Timed it well. Because Parks was certainly running hard, trying to win possession. King gets it wide to Tuckett, back to King. Plays a good ball upfield. As that's a good run. So here is another chance this time. He's gone all the way. Oh, he should have handed it off. Nelson, he had two bodies in the goal. Mohammed was one. And he tried to go all the way and tried to beat the keeper at first post.
Fantastic build-up, good wing play. Everything but the final pass. I'm not sure if he went for goal there, but certainly he should have been passing that across the goal.
Yeah, he had more than one opportunity.
Yeah.
That's why I thought he may have in the end, realizing he couldn't get it across. He tried to go for goal, but you're right. I'm not sure if he went for goal or he tried to cross it. But he's won a corner. All of a sudden, QRC are in the ascendancy.
Yep.
Here is a left-sided corner. Nelson is going to take it. Not getting that curve on that ball to get it into the box. But that's a foul, and it's going to be a free kick on Eve.
Yeah, he's done well today. This is his first start, I believe, and he's tucked in there well, quietly doing his job, and he's been tidy.
Yeah, he has been. Of course, the son of Angus Eve. So this is Lamsey with the free kick. Wouldn't be surprised if QRC get another goal. They're certainly pressing for it now. That's not a bad ball in, but it's headed away. And this is Jarvis. And he's brought down. No, says the referee. He's saying to play on.
Yeah, that's good defending. Got his body across him.
Going on that left side is it Nelson again? It looks to be wide is Jaden, but he couldn't find him. And it's picked back up here by East Mucurapo. McShine sends a long ball towards this is Latchman. Playing it back in field to Luke. Luke has the shot, no power in it. You could see that ball really bouncing away. The surface, difficult surface, and Afan got his body behind it.
Well, the game is certainly being stretched at the moment. Lots of space opening up in the middle. Both teams a bit more direct now. It does open up a lot of space in the middle.
Ball sent towards Luke, but well, they're appealing for handball on the part of, let's see, the man there at the back for QRC, Dolly. But winning it here is Henry. Playing it down to Latchman. This time Gray gets possession. Turning, twisting with it there was Nelson. And it came off of the East Mucurapo player, and it's a through for QRC. The ball thrown back towards Dolly. This is Lamsey. Getting it to James. Back to Lamsey. They're going to come in field with it. But East Mucurapo win it. But they give it right back to Lamsey. You switch the play. This is Nelson. Eve goes wide towards Jaden. This is Nelson. Back to Eve. In a foot race here with Lamsey. Lamsey gets it to Eve, and Eve is brought down. It's going to be a free kick.
Yeah, well played again, Eve. But on just before that, Lamsey has it, and he's waiting for Tuckett to overlap. James is coming inside once more, and there's no width, and he's forced to come inside where there's 4, 5, 6 maroon jerseys. Again, that lack of width working against them. Every time they get the ball wide, Nelson, James, they cause problems to the East Mucurapo right side. Every time they don't, they make it easier for East Mucurapo to defend.
2 goals all here. QRC with a free kick. Nelson is over the ball. Wonder if he's thinking of going to goal from here. A long way out.
That's ambitious, but he looks intent on it.
Yes.
And with the sun in the keeper's eye, why not?
Well, see a 4-man wall for East Mucurapo. As Nelson taking his time, wants to get it right. Well, he sends it low, straight into the wall. Not a good one. And it's cleared downfield, but it's won by Tuckett. He gives it to Jaden. Jaden loses out. And this is Latchman. Trying to play it with the outside of his boot, and he's brought down. It's going to be a free kick for East Mucurapo. So Atiba over the ball as looks like if East Mucurapo may very well be looking to make another substitution. As the ball headed away. It's picked up by Mohammed, but he can't control it. In a little bit of a tussle with Henry. And the ball played up, and Mohammed fuller running. Oh, that's a good tackle. That's a strong, good challenge coming in there from Mohammed. So Mohammed to Mohammed. And it's going to be a throw for Queen's Royal College.
Yeah, that's good defending. There's more Sadiq Mohammed, the QRC striker, again, as you said, full of running, willing to run those channels. So important to stretch the back line of the opponents with that type of running.
Well, here is Grail trying to get it right across the field. It's picked up by Jarvis. This is Muckshine. Winning it is Tuckett. Not too sure what he was trying to do with it, but he gets it to Lamsey. Lamsey has even support, but he decides to play a long ball forward to Nelson. Still, Nelson keeping possession and couldn't keep it in. Came off of his thigh and went out for a goal kick for East Mucurapo. So coming up to minute 70 here, 20 minutes left in this game. QRC and East Mucurapo tied at the moment, 2 goals all. As Jarvis, the man who scored the double for East Mucurapo, plays it wide out towards Edwards. He's looking around, looking for some support, and in fact he loses out. As the ball played forward by James, there goes Mohammed, getting the better of, he slips here, and Mohammed comes away with it from East Mucurapo. Sends it long, looking for Parks. Cleared away by Gray. Nelson dilly-dallying with the ball a little too much. And it's picked up here again as East Mucurapo looking to come forward with it through Muckshine. Twisting, turning with it, still Muckshine. Sends it across, it goes to Latchman. What is he going to, he has a shot, but blocked. And it comes out to Atiba. This is Atiba, but a good challenge from Eve. Well, that was Nelson putting in the challenge, and then the long ball coming, and Afan is going to come out and claim it.
Good work down the right side there from Muckshine once more. He's been impressive. He's been everywhere as well. Central midfielder, but finding himself out wide. Decent cross, just not enough. Not enough ambition from the winger to get in and get on the end of that.
East Mucurapo looking to make 2 substitutions at the moment, as the ball is played back here towards Edwards, who's come over on this left side now. This is Edwards playing it forward to Latchman, but it's hit a little too far. But Latchman, well, lost the possession but regains it, and then the ball played out by Dolly, and it's going to be a throw for East Mucurapo as they make 2 substitutions now. It appears that Jelani Cox is one going on, and the other man is Brewster. So Cox and Brewster going on, and we'll give you tell you a minute who's coming off. I think one of the players coming off was Edwards, so Elijah Edwards has made his way off. As we see, they're going to take a little bit of a refreshment break now, as is customary with the kind of heat we've been having.
Yeah, a chance for both coaches to get some final instructions in for this final 20-minute battle. It's all square, all to play for.
So Cox coming on for Jarvis. Just looking at that, Cox for Jarvis, and Brewster, is it? And Edwards is also off, so Brewster. See loads of substitutions here at the moment, and at the moment possession is in favor of East Mucurapo there, 57% as opposed to 43, and pass completion 56% to 55, so very close in terms of the pass completion.
So with things being so tight, how important are set plays now? We have a corner for East Mucurapo. Is the delivery good enough? Are the East Mucurapo players aggressive enough to get on the end of this? It could be decided by something like this.
Yes, let's have a look at this left-sided corner. And the heads go up, but it's headed away. And it's picked up by Luke, but it's sent upfield. Heading it on nicely is Nelson. And it's one back here in the midfield, but given right back towards Gray. He sends it over onto the far side, but here goes Mohammed. He's pushed it a little too far ahead of him. But the keeper loses it, Mohammed. And eventually Alexander gets hold of it. What a chance for Mohammed. He pushed it, that his speed is causing all sorts of problems to the Mucurapo defense. And he pushed it a little too far ahead of him. And it certainly, the keeper came out and could have lost it. But here goes East Mucurapo as they're looking to come forward with it. And it's one back here by Tuckett, but he plays it out. As McShine was trying to go through that left side. So let's just have a look at the substitutions. Batiste, number 17, he has come on for Jayden. Aberdeen has come on for Mohammed. Number 8, Aberdeen for Mohammed.
Yeah, good shift from the number 9 out front. I think he's ran his socks off, and Kenwin Jones, the coach of QRC, decides that it's time for some fresh legs in this last 15 odd minutes.
So it's going to be interesting as East Mucurapo on the attack here. This was Atiba heading it, but no power in that. It was easily held by goalkeeper Afan. Holds it out, but it's headed forward. Latchman can't get the better of Gray. That's a good ball. Looking there for the man who was that was James, who has come over from the left side more into the middle of the more into central striking role.
Yeah.
But it's played out and it's going to be a corner.
So yeah, it looks like James has come in as the centre forward, and Aberdeen has gone out wide left, and Batiste has come out wide right.
So Nelson is going to go across to take the corner. No, he's leaving it. So here is the corner. Oh, he played it right into James, who had the shot, but it was blocked. But here's James. Eventually, they clear it downfield.
They're gaining confidence, QRC. That goal playing a big part in it. Bodies are getting forward. They sense that if they can get another one, they might be able to nick a win.
Well, here's the ball played in field, but it's headed away. Keeper was coming for it. And Eve can't get possession as the ball is played to Gray. He wins possession. Hits it against Latchman, but it's still kept in play. Again, this time he plays it upfield as QRC. This is offside. Lamsey making the run a little too early, as there was Batiste, who has come on as a substitute, played that ball up the right side, but the run from Lamsey was a little too quick.
I'm not sure. Looked pretty close.
You're sounding like Brent Sancho there, James. Careful.
Yeah. It did look awfully tight, but of course I'm not paid to make those type of decisions.
Okay, James, I'm convinced now. You are sounding like Brent Sancho. Very good impersonation.
Hello, Brent, whoever you are.
It's going to be a free kick or is it going to be a throw? Let's see. The referee, no, he's awarded a free kick for East Mucurapo. So we've just, about 11 and a half minutes to go. Can this deadlock be broken? I'm not going to ask you two guys, because you're not going to put your head on a block for anybody at this point in time. Well, here is the free kick. It looks like Latchman chips it in field. The heads go up. but it's headed away. Comes to Luke, he can't control it. Lampsey running away, sends that ball up to that left side, looking for James. James still in possession, decides to play it through. This could be a chance for Aberdeen. Oh, he had the chance to be a hero. He's twisting, turning with it. He's still got in possession. He turns nicely. Needs to release it. As the ball is now played out and the referee stops the play as it looks to be one of the players down. I'm not too sure who is down at the moment.
Chance, big chance. He got in luck of a little bit of a bubble and a swish of the left boot, but the goalkeeper, East Mucurapo goalkeeper, stood.
He did well.
Yeah, he stood strong in the right position, strong hands, and got it out of the danger area with his push. But that's a massive chance.
Certainly is. Lampsey as well, again involved in the creation of this. But look at this, Redanfa, talk us through it.
Yeah, it's a square ball. Heavy touch, but he gets a little bit lucky with the ricochet. Left foot, unfavored left foot. He goes for power. And the keeper is big enough.
I think that was it. You hit the nail on the head there. Yeah. I think he went for power rather than maybe a little bit of placement.
Yeah.
So we are in the final 10 minutes of this game. Still a deadlock here between QRC and East Mucurapo. Well, here is East Mucurapo looking to come forward. The ball sent right back upfield, but the goalkeeper started to come and realized that he was not going to get there. Henry is looking to play it forward, looking to get Brewster going, but it's picked back up here. And Nelson twisting, turning with it. Gets backward support from Eve. Eve looks very comfortable on the ball, doesn't he? And the ball played forward. Couldn't be kept in by Gray. And it goes out, and it's going to be a throw for QRC.
And don't miss the excitement of the SSFL on the SportsMax app. Download from the App Store or the Google Play Store and catch all the league action and updates on the SportsMax app. And of course, can also capture some of the excitement of the ESA schoolboy football. Download it today.
Here is East Mucurapo with Brewster. Sends a long ball looking, searching for Latchman who would come inside. And eventually the header is out from Brewster, so it's going to be a throw for QRC. Gray is going to take it. Looks to go up the line with it. Gets it to Batiste. And it comes off of Brewster, and it's going to be a throw for QRC. Gray is going to come all the way up to take this throw. Gets it to Batiste. Can't keep it in. His control was good.
Yeah, that's so disappointing. I don't like to see guys throw the ball and make it bounce, especially on a surface like this. Could you throw it on the full to him? Makes it easier for him to control. You give him a problem instead of a pass with that kind of throw.
It's going to be a free kick.
Well, Mucurapo have been forced to defend more than they would have preferred start of this second half.
Outside of that mistake, guys, that Henry made and Mohamed scored, Mucurapo defensively, I think they've been pretty solid, haven't they?
Yeah, very physical, robust, not shying away from tackles, and very committed. Not always the most organized, but when they have to, they put the tackles in, and they're very, very determined.
Well, Parks has come off, and Kadeem Morrison has gone on to see if he can maybe get the winner for East Mucurapo. But it's going to be a free kick.
Yeah, with 6 or so minutes to go in regulation time, I think both teams think they can win it. That's how they're playing anyway.
That's right. Well, here is James Actually, that's Aberdeen trying to get the ball across. Lamsey putting in a good tackle, but this is a good run. Going down that right side now. Can the cross come? It does, but this could be an opportunity here, as that ball, the shot in the end was not hard enough, and it went straight to the keeper. Here is the ball out on the left side. It's going to be a corner for QRC. Nelson is going to take it. So the man who has gone on as a substitute, in fact, is Batson and not Morrison. So here he is, Batson, but can't get the better of the King was dilly-dallying a little bit with the ball, and luckily for him it went all the way through to the keeper. We have just about 4.5 minutes left as it's down. It's the goalkeeper is down at the moment, Alexander. Not too sure what transpired there with him, guys. I don't know if you all made out anything with him. The goalkeeper's club, you saw anything as actually, it's not Alexander. Sorry, my apologies. It's James. It's James from Queen's Royal College.
Yeah, a bit of a collision with the goalkeeper.
Okay.
Sloppy from him. He had a regulation catch. It bounced out of his hand, and there was a bit of a scramble and a collision with him and James. It looks like a touch of cramp as well. He's done a lot today in this heat, and showing the effects of it here.
Yeah, I looked away at the moment because I was looking at the substitute that has come on in Batson. They had given us the number 25 as Morrison, but it's also Batson. And we realized, so I took my eyes off of the play at the moment to see what happened to James. When I looked back up, he was already on the ground. For one moment, I thought it was the goalkeeper, Alexander. And I was turning to James. You know, James is quite an efficient. I wonder if that is the correct word. Let me start over. You know, James is a goalkeeper by profession.
Allegedly.
Guys, so what about player of the match? Any ideas?
I like the look of Lamsey. It's been one of the players that have made things happen for QRC.
I enjoyed the midfield duo of McShine and Atiba in Mucurapo East's midfield. They were very strong, robust, technically okay, on the ball very strong, and they kept them together and dragged them back in the game surely in the first half.
Well, here is...
Of course, Jarvis as well.
Yeah, I was thinking of Jarvis actually, guys. I was just going to throw out some names to you guys. I was thinking of Jarvis in particular.
You scored 2 goals, surely you're in that conversation.
Yeah. Outside of that, any defenders, any of the... I mean, both defenses conceded 2 goals, so you may want to say, well, if the defenders have conceded 2 goals, they may not be in contention.
Not necessarily. As we said, especially in the first half, there wasn't a lot of goal-mouth action because it was pretty solid defending. And here it's opened up a bit in the second half as legs have begun to tire. But overall, both defenses have been solid.
Yeah.
The lighter guy, Dolly, for QRC has been tidy as well.
He's been pretty good.
Yeah.
So having said all of that, guys, here we see a substitution. Mucurapo, number 20, is coming on. And so the number 20 for East Mucurapo. And so a long ball again, but cleared away. As again, a little bit scrappy from... But Atiba trying to get possession, and that's going to be a free kick for Queen's Royal College, is it? We see the yellow card is going to come out.
couldn't ask for a better position for a free kick.
No.
With 1 minute to go in the game.
Yep. I think Nelson, and I would expect Nelson, is going to put his hand up.
Yeah. It's not the easiest thing to get it up over the wall and underneath the crossbar from this distance, unless your name is Nathaniel James, of course.
Oh, wasn't that a brilliant free kick?
With reference to last night's free kick. But he could even try the goalkeeper's side with low power, maybe.
I think the wall at the moment is a little too close. Yes. He's got to move that back.
Surely.
Yeah. Well, there's the 4-man wall from Mucurapo. So we're coming up to 90 minutes. We'll have to wait and see just how many times. We understand there's 6 minutes of added on time. So still time for either team to get a winner. But what a chance here now for QRC with Nelson. Lamsey is also there.
Yeah, man of the match up for grabs if he gets this one.
I tell you what, if Lamsey takes it and scores, guys, I'm going to change my mind. But I don't think he's going to get the opportunity. Nelson is not going to give up that, as I suggested.
Yeah.
Nelson is not giving that up. And Lamsey has gone into the wall, but he's got to come away from the wall. The new rules state you can't stand inside on the wall. Let's see Nelson. Can he win it here now for QRC? Nelson! Oh, he's gone over the bar. Oh, what an out. You can see he's really upset with himself. I would expect these things, Rodolfo, is practice every day in practice.
It should be, definitely, but it didn't look so on that occasion. His set plays, his corners have been disappointing, to be honest.
Well, so we are into added on time. 6 minutes of added on time. As Brewster gets it to Atiba. Long ball forward to no one in particular. Lamsey sends that ball forward. This is another chance, but he's offside. Well, he did everything right, Aberdeen, except he ran into an offside position.
That's tight again. Mucurapo, he's still maintaining that high line. And you're trusting the linesman to bail you out there sometimes, and they have been.
Yes, they have been. Oh, here is Alexander with the free kick sent downfield. The heads go up. And Lamsey gets it there towards Eve, and this is a ball played infield by Batiste. And this is Aberdeen trying to come in field with it. Just couldn't get hold of it, couldn't get the bounce of the ball, and it's kicked right back into the heart of the Queen's Royal College defense. Actually, they've had a much better second half than East Mucurapo.
Yeah, absolutely. They were able to string some passes, which they really struggled to do in the first half. A little bit more composure from them. So whatever was said at halftime certainly worked.
So here is the ball sent over. I would think Rodolfo, Jarvis with his brace.
Yeah, for a double, certainly you'll have to give Jarvis the nod for the NGC player of the match.
Yep, NGC player of the match is Jarvis, but here goes Nelson. Still Nelson, this could be a problems here. He squares it back. Oh! He may have played it just behind the player, and he couldn't get the shot away, but here goes East Mucurapo. End-to-end stuff now here in the last 6 minutes. Atiba. He loses out as that ball was played just to his right. And this time the flag goes up yet again for another offside. So we've seen the QRC players just going that wee bit early. And we've seen them being caught offside on numerous occasions.
Both sets of fans aren't leaving early, I can tell you that.
Yep.
Oh.
Well, we've got 2.5 minutes left. East Mucurapo. Can we see a bit of magic from one of these teams? Or a mistake? Let's hope it's not going to be a mistake and we see some sort of magic. But Batiste trying to go up that right side. It's one back here. And here goes East Mucurapo. The shot from Buckshire, just wide. Well, he had some space. He moved into it, had the shot, and it was just wide.
Yeah, keeper fan scrambling behind that. Little bit of space that opened up. The back four was backing away and he took his chance, but dragged it wide.
So the ball played forward, and it's again East Mucurapo losing possession as that ball is played forward. This is another chance here for QRC. It's played across, and it slips. Oh, it slipped out of the keeper's hand, and boy, oh boy, he just couldn't finish. It seemed to be Aberdeen. He's had a couple chances. Let's have a look. Yep, the keeper couldn't hold on, and the shot, actually, it was James in the end. Couldn't put it away.
Yeah, but fantastic work from the substitute Brewster for East Mucurapo, putting his body on the line and perhaps preserving his point here today.
That's right. Well, we are into the final minute, and I think this is going to end 2-2. And I think when you looked at it before the start of the game, and I think that's why you guys were just kind of
on the fence.
Yeah, on the fence, because really and truly, there's not much to choose between the two teams.
No.
And I think QRC has rebounded nicely.
Yeah.
They from that 7-1 defeat to Fatima, and then coming here going 2-1 behind, it could have certainly fallen apart for them. And kudos to them.
Yeah.
And I think you're right. Whatever was said at halftime has certainly spurred them on.
Yeah.
Well, here's Lachman giving chase. He's being confronted by Gray. Plays it infield. Gets it to Brewster. Ball played forward, looking for James. The header flicked on. Oh, this is Lachman. This could be, oh, he's hit it wide. Well, he tried to hit it with the outside of the boot when I thought he should have looked to curl it into the far corner.
Yeah, or perhaps put his left foot through it.
That's right.
Surely that's the last chance.
Yep, because we have played the 6 minutes of added on time. Talking about the last chance. Here's Lachman again. This is Lachman, but it rebounds off of him. And they have a corner. So this should be the last chance, because we are just about 34 seconds.
Added on time. Added on time.
Yeah, added on 39 seconds of added on time. So here is the corner. The last chance for East Mucurapo to get the 3 points. They played short. Well, I'm not too sure of this. Atiba, you've got... But it's flicked on, and this could be an opportunity for Batson. Plays it back. And it's finally cleared up field, and I think that's going to be it. The referee, Mr. Samuel, has indicated it's the end of the game. A real hard-fought tussle here between these two teams, Queen's Royal College and East Mucurapo. At the end of it, they've come out with a deadlock situation. Neither team has been able to pick up 3 points. QRC took an early lead, but 1-0. East Mucurapo, they hit back twice, and they went in at halftime 2-2, and then a real opportunist goal from Mohammed made it 2-2, and at the end of it, a good game. The conditions were very difficult, Redenfor.
Yeah, fair enough scoreline in the end. I don't think both coaches will be happy. Either coach will be happy having both led. But they will be happy not to lose, that's for sure.
Well, let's have a quick look at the stats. 10 shots for QRC, 9 as East Mucurapo. Both teams, 6 shots on target, 9 fouls to 3. 2 yellow cards for QRC, 1 for East Mucurapo, no red cards, 7 offsides for QRC as opposed to 4. 5 corners to 7, 4 saves each, and the possession 52% for East Mucurapo, 48% for QRC. So even the stats are very even.
Yeah, pretty even. A point is not going to do either team much good in the standings and the grand scheme of things. But they'll be pleased not to have lost this game.
Okay, let's go downstairs to James. He's got the NGC man of the match with him.
Oh, that's right. I'm here with the NGC man of the match, Jarvis. 2 goals today. How do you feel about your performance?
I felt very good. I've been working very hard over pre-season for big games like this, and I wasn't happy with the point we got, but good going forward.
Your 2 goals, of course, are position your team to get a point today. You said you're not happy by it, but your individual performance.
Yeah, I'm happy with my performance, although in the second half I didn't perform as I wanted to. But going forward, I'll build on these 2 goals I got today and try to bring home victories to my school.
Well, thank you very much, my friend. All right, so of course that was Jarvis, our man of the match. We say goodbye to all viewers on CCN TV6 as we bring in the losing coach today, and he is none other than.
Job, brother. Hey, they give job. We stay that. Let's do over that. I ain't coming in for no losing coach. We lost.
And in fact, I must correct myself, of course. My good friend and former teammate Dale Saunders, whose team got a point today. Dale, this match is nail-biting for us as spectators. How was it for you as a coach today?
Not bad. Some young charges. Impressed with the effort and the attitude today. We came at a point, we leave with a point.
Yeah, and what do you think went wrong or right for your team today?
I think we scored 2 goals. That was a positive. And I think we gave away 2 goals, so that was the negative part of it.
Where do you move forward from here?
We take it 1 game at a time. We got 2 points in our last 2 games. So, we'll go back on the training field and keep going.
Thank you very much. Dale Saunders, of course, of East Mucurapo secondary. His team getting a point today as we bring another good friend of mine, Kenwin Jones, here today. Now, Kenwin, you got a point today. You went ahead, you went behind, and then you equalized in the end. How does this game feel for you?
Bittersweet. It was good to get a point, but of course, in the end, we had so many chances that we could have scored the goal to go on top again, and it didn't happen.
Chances at the end of the match today, you feel as if you missed out somewhat from getting all 3 points?
Well, of course, you can't get up into them positions, 3 times on the bounce and not score. It's a tale of misfiring frontmen, and we have to take it on the chin. We gave away 2 early goals in the first half, 2 of the same goals, I think, and it was just poor defending. The lack of willingness to get back into proper positioning, and of course see the danger over your shoulder.
Yeah, and final question as I asked Dale as well. Second half of the season, where does your team go from here?
Oh well, we have to keep fighting for every point possible to make sure that we stay in the division. We had quite a few games where we lose games when we should not have, and of course we're in this position now, but we have to continue fighting till the end.
Well, thank you so much, Kenwin, and we wish you best of luck moving forward.
Thank you.
All right, so we just had a chat with Kenwin Jones, and our next match this Wednesday, it's a big one, a South Derby, Naparima College. They will come up against Presentation College. That's at Lewis Street in San Fernando. And of course, once you download our SportsMax app, you can capture all of the action. We certainly did enjoy bringing all of the action to you here from the Queen's Royal College ground. At the end of 90 minutes, it was a tied contest, QRC 2, East Mucurapo 2. We say goodbye for now, and we see you next Wednesday. Catch you later.
Welcome to SSFL Premiership Division.